Starting a business in your 40s. For many people, entering your 40s is like entering the beginning of the end. It may seem that you are losing the last grip of your youth, and that life's opportunities for you have become very slim. You can easily fall into this way of thinking and let your 40s pass you by meaninglessly, or you can realize that this is a huge misconception. Your 40s could be your most profitable decade yet. The young founder myth. Many of us learn that entrepreneurs are young geniuses who become insanely successful just years after graduating high school. People such as Mark Wahlberg and Steve Jobs seem to be the gold-level standard of entrepreneurs. Because most of our entrepreneurial education revolves around young people, it may seem that once you are past a certain age, the ability to become the owner of a profitable startup is impossible. This is sad and actually very untrue ideology. Some of the most successful people on the planet became successful in their 40s or later. Celebrity chef Julia Child published her first cookbook when she was 50 years old. Stan Lee, famed comic book writer, caught his first break at age 40 after publishing the Fantastic Four. At 52 years old, Ray Kroc opened his first McDonald's restaurant. These are just a few of the many people who became successful after the age of 40. Why can't you be one of them? Little do people know that the average age of a startup owner in the United States is 42. This may seem shocking because our society only seems to discuss the 20-something founders of multi-billion-dollar enterprises. Another unknown statistic is that the top 0.1% of startups based on growth are owned by people who started their companies, on average, at the ripe old age of 45. Not only are people over the age of 40 starting the most businesses, they are also owning the most successful startups. Stop living under the cloud of this myth that if you're over the age of 40, you are unable to start a successful business. It is keeping you from reaching your full potential. Your 40s don't have to be the beginning of the end of your career. In fact, they could be the start of a new one you build yourself. Here are some reasons why you should start your own business in your 40s. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and falling over. Richard Branson, founder, Virgin Group. Number 1. Experience. One of the biggest advantages to starting a business in your 40s is your experience level. You are not a 20-year-old trying to create a startup with almost no experience. You are a full-grown adult who has spent years learning your craft. Having a foundation to build your business on puts you ahead of the competition, and you should have confidence in that. You also have a resume and people who can vouch for your credibility and work ethic. Confidence also comes with experience. Trust yourself. You know what you're doing and how to do it well. Potential clients will feel this. Younger startups will have setbacks learning the ins and outs of business while you've learned from past mistakes. Starting a business in your 40s will not always be smooth sailing, but it will be a lot smoother for you than someone half your age. With age also comes less impulsivity and recklessness. Another advantage over a 20-something startup. Your decision-making skills and emotional maturity will help guide your business in an efficient way. Your smarter decisions will create a smarter business. Remind yourself that you are an expert in your craft and have years of experience to back this up. Number 2. Creating a healthy work culture. Because of your years of experience in the workforce, you have probably had some less than optimal jobs. One of the quickest ways to kill a new startup is an unhealthy work culture. You've probably experienced this in past workplaces. Is it something you'd ever put yourself through again? Hopefully not. And hopefully you wouldn't want your new business putting others in that same position. You know what a healthy workplace looks and feels like, and you can create your own. Creating a healthy work culture is easier to do in your 40s because you know what you want that to look like. In your 20s, you may have an idea of what you want, but with no real long-term experience working with others, it may be hard to hone in on what that culture is exactly. Use your experience to create a business you love. If I had started at age 30, I could not have survived. I had no experience or connections, and connections are very important, especially in this business. Edward Kim. Number 3. Networks human capital. There are more benefits to having years of experience than just confidence, knowledge, and maturity. These years you've spent learning a business have also brought you into contact with some other great people in that same business. You may not have known it, but you have spent years and years networking. You probably have already met a future investor or client of your new business. A young entrepreneur is often starting out with little or no contacts, making it extremely difficult to find opportunities in the beginning stages of their startup. You do not have this problem. Take advantage of your plethora of contacts. They will help you market, find investors, find clients, and get your business off the ground. People want to work with people they already know and trust. Your connections are saving you from the dirty work of networking from scratch. They are also saving you a ton of time. Capitalize on this extra time and put it into places your business really needs it. Number 4. Financial capital. Think back to your early 20s. Where were you financially? Did you have a house, an apartment, or were you living with your parents? Did you have a car? Did you have any savings? Had you made any investments? How much student loan debt did you have? Now where are you? You are probably in a much more secure financial place than you were 20 years ago. Yet another advantage to starting a business in your 40s. You're not going to be starting a business with nothing. By your 40s, you have learned how to budget and make a profitable business. You've got disposable income and money you can use to invest in your own business. You've probably learned from previous financial mistakes how not to use your money. The financial lessons that you've learned over the years are priceless assets to your new business. I believe my age gave me an edge. I was born level-headed. I was more apt to stick to it, and I was more determined. Jeanette Hughes. Number 5. Knowing who you are. By your 40s, you've got a pretty clear idea of who you are as a person. You understand your morals and ideologies, and others around you understand them too. These values will translate into your business and help your startup have a clear vision and direction. When you're in your 20s, you don't have a firm handle on who you are as an adult in society yet. This translates into businesses with no clear direction or mission statement. Starting a business in your 40s means clear ethics and values for your business and yourself. Trusting yourself and who you are will result in potential investors and clients trusting you as well. Number 6. Balance. Finding balance in work and life is a difficult task and can often take years to learn. Luckily, you've had those years. By your 40s, you've probably built an understanding of a balanced work life that works for you and those around you. You know when to work and work hard, but also when it's time to step away and take a break. This will take less of an emotional toll on you and your loved ones as you start your new business. You have worked out what works for you and can create a productive work schedule and healthy working culture. You also know how to balance your responsibilities. You've spent years learning your limits and how much you can really take on. In your early years, you may have bitten off more than you could chew, resulting in below-average work and unsatisfied customers. In your 40s, you have a full understanding of your abilities and know how much you can take on. This sense of balance with work, life, and responsibilities is a huge step ahead of a lot of new startups. At the age of 40, you have got the experience, the knowledge, the connection, the finances, and the values to start your own business. What's keeping you from it? Society has taught us that being in your 40s is being on your way out. You have been taught that younger people are smarter, more productive, and more with the times. You are not as productive, incapable of creating new ideas, and should be preparing yourself to exit the workforce. These are lies. 40 is young, 40 is smart, and you are a valid contributor to the workforce. Empower yourself and realize the importance of contributing to the world by living your talent. Work on what you love. You are responsible for the talent that has been entrusted to you. Katharina Bruns, founder, Work is Not a Job. One of the biggest challenges to starting a business in your 40s is changing your mindset, because you have been led to believe all these lies about your age. You may not feel worthy enough to create your own startup. You may also feel comfortable about where you are at in life right now. Change may feel scary to you, and the future of a startup too uncertain and uncomfortable. These feelings may be overwhelming, but you cannot let them hold you back. You could lose some of the most profitable time of your life to fear. Part of starting a new business is embracing the fear of the unknown. Try to remember that you have more experience than most and that you are a force to be reckoned with. Believing in yourself is one of the first steps in becoming an entrepreneur. Be accepting of yourself and of your age, and know that you have all the abilities and more to start the business you've always wanted. Starting a business in your 40s also comes with so many benefits. You will have more independence and flexibility in your job than you've ever had before. You're your own boss. And while the financial rewards can be great, the amount of opportunities to learn and grow can make your 40s overall your most profitable decade ever. The amount of personal fulfillment you'll receive from following your dreams is invaluable. Going to work and doing a job that you love has immense benefits to your health. Being able to do something you are passionate about is something most people can only dream about. Plus, going to work and doing a job that you love and are passionate about has immense benefits to your health. There are no more excuses. You know that you can and should start a business in your 40s. What you end up doing with that information is up to you. Good luck. Go after what you feel deeply about and be willing to take a risk. If you feel strongly about something, just follow your heart and do it. Bob Hamron.